Installing World of Warcraft in 2004. Holy, I had this exact computer. Oh my god, I had this exact. Oh my goodness. The sound effect, man, is so nostalgic. Wait, Steam existed back then. I guess I didn't play Steam games. Also, my brothers have AOL, but we use MSN later. It was like a Korean app. Yeah, I didn't know Steam was that old. Kind of looks like Payo. Oh, I remember this. Oh my god, I remember this icon. Did this die down? I guess no king rules forever, chat. Because I feel like whenever we use this, we were like, how would this ever be replaced? And now people use like Google Music or YouTube Music or like Spotify, right? But back then, man, I guess they get old and they sell it off to somebody that doesn't know about it. Or maybe they get old, they get comfortable and they don't upgrade, where other people like connect more and upgrade more. I think that's gotta be what it is, right? What is that sound? I don't remember that one. ACDS. I don't remember that too. I remember Warcraft 3 and Frozen Throne though, which I'm covering. Yeah, that game, that... Oh my god, StarCraft? Sup? WoW is cool as F. I guess Google still survived. And that's Fraps. I remember I had Fraps, but I didn't have money to buy it, so I could only record like 10-second or 20-second. I forgot what the limits were. My order will arrive in a few days. XD. I can't wait. Holy. Now we have Discord. Discord will die down someday, right? Or do you think... Man, I don't know. Probably will, right? I mean, we thought these would never die out too. AIM and MSN. He's got a Dotbot, Planet Half-Life. Dude, I remember internet searches used to be so slow. Now we get pissed if it doesn't load instantly. Everyone's so privileged, I feel like. I wouldn't call it first impression since I've been playing since about April, but with every build, there's a few changes and a few more options in the interface. I could probably write an article just about the ways you can tweak performance and visuals. Talk about latencies. IGN. Yeah, I'm curious how this person has this all saved. Maybe he's like a giga nerd that we appreciate that just saves all these histories and files so that people can go back and look at it. That's kind of badass. He's looking at the image. Dude, I wish I have all my images saved. I'm so sad about that. I had so many good images, but I rebooted my PC a lot and I lost everything. Type 1 if you guys used to have like all the folders of your pictures, but you lost it all. Type 2 if you still have everything. So maybe some of you guys still have it. Maybe you were smart enough to preserve it well. I was an idiot, so I don't have all of them, man. I used to have so much wild pictures. Fuck, dude. Me one, wife two. Okay, your wife is good at preserving it, huh? I lost some. Yeah, fuck, man. You can never get it back. Oh shit, is he 2v1ing? What? You didn't finish it. What the fuck? GameSpy. Oh my god, I remember this what GameSpy website. Holy. Does GameSpy still exist? GameSpy. Oh, they changed their logo. Oh wait, no, it's the same. Wait, they still exist. Yeah, how cool was it to see this back in the... Sorry, I'm like flipping through. Disneyland could learn a few things from the way Blizzard controls a crowd. Oh my god, it's the opposite now. Retail has been Disneyland. Fuck! Fuck! Take time, for example. While MMOs are notorious as time sink, World of Warcraft has amazingly fast-paced gameplay. That is so crazy because it's true. The older MMOs were slow as fuck, and you would go to a corner and just kill the same mob over and over. Like compared to the very old school MMOs, WoW is actually a faster-paced game, which is kind of crazy. But I guess that's to show how the world kept evolving. Now we dialed so much forward that everything is on speed dial. It's just like, you know, random box opens, get surprises, and dopamine hits everywhere. It's got to be fast paced, everything. It's changed so much. We're spoiled, man. It's kind of like what I said earlier too. When we used the internet back then, it would take a long time to load. But now it's like if you don't get it instant, you get pissed off. Yeah, I think people just want like instant hits. But some people still like the traditional slow pace. That's nuts, man. Blizzard Entertainment proudly welcomes you to World of Warcraft, a massively multiplayer online role-playing game on award-winning Warcraft universe. The event in World of Warcraft takes place 3 years after the conclusion of Warcraft 3. Oh, dude, the OG dwarf looks so cool. Frozen Throne as it forces the Alliance and Horde brace themselves for a new struggle for dominance. Great challenges face dozens of Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdom, but great reward as Roth heroes. It's like a little intro, I guess. These are the stuff you read when you can't afford to buy the game, so you just read it and just dream about getting the game. I feel like that was me in a way. I remember watching the G4 episode about WoW like 100 times. G4 episode, what is that? Oh my god, I remember these. Dude, the payments have not changed. That's kind of respectable. That is kind of nuts. Oh, G4 was a TV channel, I see. That's one good thing, I guess, about WoW, where the subscription didn't change. But I remember it was so hard to convince my mom that it cost $14 a month, and I did have my own money since I worked at a young age, but I didn't have a card. So I would ask if I could use her card, and she'd be like, "Are you crazy? This little kid wants to borrow my card to use online?" Dude, that did not make sense at all to them. That was so hard to convince. Damn, look at the old interfaces, huh? It's kind of cool. Had to send cash to an envelope to Jagex. I remember you guys telling me that. That's actually badass. By the way, Savix, how would it work? External buff, LA era. Since we're in area to be summoned, I have no clue, sir. You're gonna have to ask that to see, Dank. I think we'll have buffers there. Do we know where we're dueling today? Or tomorrow? Undead. Having broken free from tyrannical rule of the Lich King, renegade group of undead seek to retain their own free will while destroying all those who oppose them, known as the Forsaken. This group is dedicated to serving their leader, the Banshee Queen Sylvanas Windrunner. That's kind of ironic how Sylvanas hated the Scourge and then she became the leader of the Scourge. I guess because she became one and understood them pretty well. Man, I feel like they ruined her in retail. I used to like Sylvanas a lot. These Dark Warriors have established a secret stronghold beneath the ruins of Lotharon, former capital cities, situated deep beneath the curse of Tirisful Glade. The labyrinthian undercity is a sprawling bastion of evil. Within its shadow confines, Sylvanas' royal apothecaries scramble to develop a devastating new plague. Wait, maybe they're not that good of a people. Why are they making new plague? One which will not only eradicate their hated Scourge rivals. Okay. But the rest of humanity. Oh! Wait a second. Man, these Scourges are kind of wicked. These guys are the bad guys. Horde is the bad guy, guys. What is this? They're trying to destroy everything. To further their dark aims. Yeah, they're just dark people. The Forsaken have entered into alliance of convenience with their primitive, brutish race of the Horde, holding no real loyalty for their newfound comrade. Wait, Undead is kind of garbage. They have no loyalty, they have no respect. Garrosh Hellscream was right. As much as I like Undead and their motto, I feel like their lore kind of sucks. I thought they were just Forsaken people trying to defend themselves and live peacefully, but it's not that. They just want to kill everyone and eradicate everyone. They want to make a plague and just kill all the Viltrumites. And they have no loyalty. They're like dirty boys. They're like the PvP players of classic WoW when they have no love. The guys on Twitter that cries a lot, yeah, they're them. They're literally them. Perfect race or Peo? Actually, perfect race or Peo. You're right. Holding no real royalty for their newfound comrade, the Forsaken have duped them into fighting against their common enemy, the Lich King. Only time will tell how these disciples of doom will fare in their missions of vengeance. Maybe the Lich King was a good person after all, chat. Just like how he had to do the hard choice of killing everyone in his city. Maybe he was taking control of these Scourges because they're kind of like bad people. You know what I mean? He was trying to control all of them so that he could have world peace after conquering. Picture. Yeah, he made them into undead because he knew they were going to be bad people, Vezi. He knew if people kept living, they're going to make like furries and all these like weird stuff. So he's like, all right, just like how I purged the city, I must kill all these guys so I could make them into my servants and they don't do anything weird or sus. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is. Yeah. Undead screenshots. Yeah, Arthas was a good guy. He just had a massive big plan, guys. He was a Giga Chad. Welcome. Please read Blizzard post. End of open beta pictures. Fan art. Guild charter issues. Nude characters and realm restart. 4 realm sounding board. Realm not showing on selected screen. eBay. This is unacceptable. WoW hippie torrent in 10 hours or less. Emergency guild problem. Damn, I wonder how fun these were to look at as like a developer. It'll be like a creator making an art piece or a video, and other people watch it and comment about it, and you want to hear what they say about it. Because this was very fresh. They weren't LOL. You think that, but have you ever made something, Mr. Do Go Daddy? For me, I've made like sculptures or art piece or videos, and if I make videos, I always look at the comments. Every creator looks at their comments. It's a lie when they say they don't. Everybody looks at some point. Even in the forums, they look still. They look. They thought the game was terrible before BlizzCon because forum constantly shit on them. I want to say that people that read comment section a lot, they have thick skins. Yeah, they have really thick skin. Now, GMs back then, GMs were the best back in the day. Support tickets with GM jokes was the best. I agree with that. Thank you. I even forgot about that. I had the best interactions with GMs when I was a kid. They would give you like a little Blizzard joke. They would tell you like, have a great day, amazing day. But I do feel like in some ways, those guys all got ruined. What is that saying of you either something or become a villain? What was that word? I feel like all the GMs probably became villains. Because there were so many kids like Soda Poppin who were very, very spoiled. Soda Poppin is amazing now, by the way. But when he was a kid, I used to think he was the most spoiled guy, and he would like prank call Blizzard and just ruin all of the employees' days. And I feel like a lot of those guys learned that and abused the GMs to just fuck around with them. And they probably were like, all right, we need to put up the walls. These monsters are attacking us crazy and they don't even need our help. We're getting abused. And they probably changed the system of that. You either die a hero or live long enough to become... Yeah, they all probably became villains and they all hated their job because these kids were going fucking nuts in the game. And if you go to school or you're a teacher, you probably know kids are fucking ferocious to deal with. The ones that are raised well are good, but there's like monsters. Some of them are monsters. There are so many monsters in my school. And imagine a kid playing the game, like how many monsters are running around typing to the GMs, right? Yeah. I was a monster. I think I was a monster at some point too, but I was a controlled monster. I wasn't too crazy. You can see the old forum on Internet Machine. Oh, what? Wait, they're all saved? Who logged these? Who logged these? Oh, it doesn't work. It's just like a picture of it. Hold. Heal threat. Damn, they're talking about salvation. Man, these guys are smart people on the forums. They're linking like Dotbot, Black Fathom Deep's dungeon. Dotbot. Rod of the Sleepwalker. Holy. Twilight Lord Kelris. Wowhead is kind of like Dotbot now, right? But I don't know why I like Dotbot. Oh my god, I remember that icon. How did this guy... Decal Salvo! Look at the 5 months, appreciated, my man. Sniffer, nah. He probably did something to like make it look OG as possible, but Damn, he cooked with this video. White main PvP. Damn, this graphic for 2004 is crazy, man. Holy, I was such an in-game WoW racist when I was younger, dude. I used to be for the Alliance and I used to hate Horde. I thought the Hordes were villains, guys. Although there are some cool Horde players, I did think Hordes were the bad guys. I used to like never ever ever want to play Horde. They were just straight up villains to me. Never in my mind would I have known that I would play both races now and be equal and okay with both. Yeah. To this day, I see Horde as well. I mean, we read earlier that Undeads want to eradicate everyone even though they're not Forsaken anymore. They are kind of the bad guys. They're trying to make a new plague with their apothecaries to kill everyone. And they have no loyalty against anything. So they are kind of the villains still. Alright, this gameplay we've seen enough, right? But that whole intro thing was kind of sick. Hello, hello, how are you doing? Great, thanks. Fine, you? Where should we meet? Fine, enjoy the evening. I follow you guys. I'm new. Noob. I did not know how to group up like that early. Oh my god, I remember using that too. The little sidebar to do jokes because I didn't know how to do slash joke. You know what was cool about back then too, chat? I don't know if you would agree with me, but when online game kind of first came out, it felt like how do I form this into the correct sentence I want to say? It felt like going to school and you're playing at recess, but you don't know everyone. And you just behave like good as possible since you're trying to read the room of like, you want to present yourself to be liked and, you know, shared, etc. And online, it kind of felt that vibe where it was like all these guys came in to play, like in the playground, and they were all kind of chill with each other. And their name meant something. If you were a bad guy that ninja looted or cursed a lot or was foul-mouthed, all these guys would know that he was a bad boy and they wouldn't play with him, right? So there was like this social thing that went online and it felt cool. But as the internet progressed, a lot of people learned that they could get away with being a bad person because it's online and they won't get in trouble in real life. So there became a lot more assholes and a lot more egotistical people that would just like fight and know that they don't have consequences. But yeah, that playground rule is gone in the new day and age. And people are like more rude as fuck compared to back then. I know there were rude people back then, but I feel like there's way, way, way more like rude, sad, bitter people nowadays online than before. People stopped caring. No, I think it's also like they found out they could just make a new character or they're behind the screen so they could type anything they want. But back then when I played, man, I really thought I was that character and I wanted to be a good person much as possible. And I couldn't fathom like doing anything bad or being mean to anyone because that online character is another person. And I was like, well, I never want to be mean or bad to that guy, right? But I think kind of like how on Twitter or in comment section, you see all these guys typing stuff, but they would never say that to your face. they quickly found that out later on, that there's no troubles. Does that make sense? Yeah, I do miss that. It's still somewhat there, but there's just so many assholes nowadays. That was a cool ass video, man. That was really cool. That was really cool, bro.